Welcome back, and thanks for watching the Impact Report. I'm Matt Kupek, CEO of the SIU Foundation. We're celebrating Black History Month by honoring Saluki alumni whose leadership and service have made our community stronger. The SIU Foundation hosted a luncheon called Voices of Impact, where Black alumni leaders were recognized. Happy to be here. Joined now is by Dr. Paul Frazier, Vice Chancellor for Anti-Racism, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Paul, tell us about the Voices of Impact event.
Thank you, Matt. This event was to honor some of our alums and some of their accomplishments since leaving SIU. One of the things I've found interesting about SIU is, regardless of where you travel, there's always a Saluki, and they're typically doing something really great. You know, the luncheon was really great. Chance to bring people back to campus, some who hadn't been back to campus in several years. Also a chance for our students to interact and talk to individuals about their experience. You know, I think we could tell them and we could show them, but the individuals that came back and the impact they've had across the country was a pleasure for all of us that were able to participate.
Well, let's go ahead and let's hear from some of the honorees at this great Voices of Impact event.
It means so much for me to be honored today with all these great heroes that I was eating lunch with today and spending some time with, because I think we're part of a legacy and we're leaving it for the next group. What did you all go through? What was life like? Why is life better? Because you were there.
When I think about a recognition like this, it really makes me reflect on where I've been and how I continue to show up for others. I've always also been reflecting on the importance of representation.
I think it's important for those who are coming behind us. And I hope the message they get is, if she can, I can. If she can overcome obstacles and barriers, then so can I.
Recognizing Black alumni changemakers is essential because representation matters. When students see people who look like them, who comes from similar circumstances, who have been made meaningful contributions, it expands what they believe is possible.
I think the most important thing we can do is to start educating young people in a real way, not giving them the canned narrative that we have already available on shelves and in written treatises, but to have an honest and open conversation.
The basis of my life has been here at the university. If there was a message I would like to leave, it would be to tell young people who come to this place to persist.
Do the very best that you can do at whatever you do. And that will pay off for you later. Do the very best that you can do at whatever you do.
Really important stuff we just heard there, Dr. Frazier. And you think about our history, diversity, equity, inclusion. We were a leader long before we founded, long before it was popular. So why is it important that we protect these legacies and showcase these legacies as we've done with this event?
You know, I think it's always important to honor the rich history of SIU. Carbondale, it's important that for several reasons, right? It helps us with recruiting. It helps us preserve who we were. And it gives it an identity and an imprint across the nation, showing that we were the first, that we were leaders, and showing that our alums from across the country were leaders in every field. Any field that you can name, any major, we have Salukis that did the job the best.
I love when people refer to it being both good and great as a university. You do the right thing and you're great at it.
Right.
In your leadership here, we're doing some wonderful things as related to diversity, equity, inclusion. Tell us.
Thank you, Matt. I think one of the things that we focus on is the inclusion part. As you look at this diverse group of individuals that we just offered, and you look at our current student body and student bodies that came before them, very diverse, very rich. And I think from a cultural standpoint, we were able to learn and gain understanding of those that we didn't necessarily have that before we came to SIUC.
Just another thing to make us proud to be part of the Saluki Nation here at SIU. So thank you, Dr. Frazier. Congratulations on this incredible event as we celebrate the history, the legacy of African Americans here at SIU. We'll be right back after the break.